This year's war of the modern first-person shooter has begun. Battlefield 3 is here, rolling onto PCs with great graphics and top-notch 64-player online warfare. The multiplayer is fun as hell, but the single-player campaign takes itself too seriously, and along with some glitches, the complete package suffers. But let's break it down. Graphically, Battlefield 3 is the kind of game that will make you glow with pride over your graphics card investment. Smoke rising from explosions, bullet holes peppering building facades, and the blinding light of the sun are just a few of the elements to marvel at throughout the Battlefield 3 experience. But luckily, even at lowered settings, the game still performs well and looks great. The sound in the game is also amazing. You can hear every bullet whizzing by your head, and the crumble of a wall coming down is unnervingly devastating. Now, the Frostbite 2 engine does still have some kinks to work out. You'll notice some floating objects, prone bodies clipping through walls, dead soldiers remaining in the shooting position, and some weird physics, but nothing that really breaks the game or can't be fixed by a patch. Multiplayer is immense. There are a ton of unlockables, and earning every weapon and attachment is going to take weeks, if not months. There's plenty to do for your personal soldier, and that's before unlocking vehicle upgrades. The browser-based battlelog system tracks all of your unlocks and awards, and serves as a vehicle to launch Battlefield's multiplayer, co-op, or campaign. But while the multiplayer is awesome, the campaign story is cliched and a mashup of years of military fiction. You'll encounter WMDs, plots against New York, and of course, Russians. The tale is familiar ground that we've seen in films and played in Battlefield's competitors already. The co-op levels are set around the events of the main story, but as bite-sized two-player levels, they end up being more fun than the main story, though there are only 6 of them. Battlefield 3's multiplayer is about freedom of choice and the greater good of the team. By choosing one of 4 classes, players get to heal, repair, resupply, or simply protect their other squad mates. The variety of options, from the vehicles to the classes, provide for many exciting gameplay opportunities. For every tactic that doesn't work, for every roadblock encountered, there's an alternative, and every option is fun. All 9 maps have their high points, and the larger rush modes make the scale of the battles enormous. Each blown-up objective in rush mode opens up more of the world, so it may take a few attempts to even see the full map. And alongside the capture point conquest mode, these classic game types are as expansive as ever. But the addition of Team Deathmatch confines the maps to small areas and loses some of the team-helping charm. Still, Battlefield 3 has some of the best multiplayer I've played in a long time. Flip Battlefield 3's coin over to its campaign side, and it feels like a different game. QuickTime events pop up throughout most levels, and suddenly it's not about choice, it's about hitting spacebar at the right moment. Where multiplayer provides 101 options for any scenario, the campaign has almost no vehicles, barely any destructible walls, and some cheap death. The action doesn't last long, and the real staying power falls squarely on multiplayer's shoulders. RPG, overpass! Battlefield 3 offers unforgettable multiplayer gameplay that's sure to excite shooter fans. Whether they fired their first bullet in Battlefield 1942, or have just now heated Battlefield's Call of Duty. For more on Battlefield 3, check out IGN.com.